Jesus freak here. Disclaimer. A lot of what's in this video is going to be conjecture. So, anything I'm going to say, you're probably going to want to take with a grain of salt. Now, I had an inkling, even about a year ago, this might have been a broken arrow. There were basically two hypotheses making the rounds. One was that someone had bought a bat at a wet market in Wuhan or something and gotten infected that way. Another was that there was a broken arrow incident at the nearby virus lab. Now, a lot of people poo-pooed that suggestion when they were first saying it. Now people are taking it seriously. Even Dr. Fauci's taking it seriously now. What we're hearing may have happened is there was someone working on enhancing coronaviruses to make them more virulent or, to make them more powerful or whatever. And it being China, they took shortcuts and cut corners and weren't as secure with things as they should have been. And apparently a couple researchers in the facility got COVID off these experiments. They wound up in the hospital. Now guess what happens with extremely contagious diseases in hospitals? They spread like wildfire. And this is basically the current hypothesis is what might have happened. The broken arrow incident. And now, we're cleaning up the mess. I'm not going to say we know that's what happened. We suspect that's what may have happened. When even the mass media is saying, yeah, it's probably a broken arrow. And when people who were saying, it couldn't have possibly been a broken arrow, are starting to come around to the possibility that this was basically a prototype for a superbug that got out. I think when you're dealing with this kind of research, I think that line from Jurassic Park might come into play. You thought so much about how you could do this. You never stopped to think whether you should be doing it. Not you. But the fact is, we now have a potential broken arrow on our hands, and we've been, trying to fight it off for about a year and a half now. This is why, first of all, you don't mess around with this kind of stuff. And second, if you have to deal with stuff that's this dangerous, you don't cut corners in security. But that's the mindset, that part of the world. And now the rest of the world is cleaning up after them. This is what happens when you play God. Jesus, freak out.